Welcome, my friend, to the fifth part of the October Call 2021. The October Call is a amigurumi call hosted by me, Veronica, the crochet designer and craft teacher behind Garnknuten. If you want to know more about this call and how to join, click on the link down below or go to garnknuten.com/octobercall2021. In this video, I will show you how to crochet the fifth part of our secret amigurumi. And it's a couple of wings. If you'd prefer to follow a written step-by-step pattern, you'll find a link to the PDF in the description. For this part, you'll need to know how to crochet a magic circle, single crochets, increases, and decreases. Okay, I think that was everything. Let's get started. So, this wing is started off with 3 small triangles, and that's what we are going to start making. And we make these 3 separately, and then we crochet them together and continue crocheting on the wing. So let's start off with making the first triangle. So let's begin with a magic circle with 3 single crochets. One, 2, and 3. For the next row, this was the first row, we are going to increase 3 times until we have 6 single crochets in total. This beginning might be a bit tricky because it's so small, but just try your best. Our first increase, and here's our second and third. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on our, I'm going to flip this with the right side out. On the third row, we are going to make 1 single crochet and 1 increase and repeat that 3 times until we have 9 stitches. So 1, and a increase, and 1, and a increase, and 1, and a increase. Now we should have 9 stitches, so let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. On our 1, 2, 3, 4th row, we are going to crochet 2 single crochets and a increase. So 1, 2, and a increase, and 1, 2, and a increase, and the last time 1, 2, and a increase. And on our fifth row, which is the last row of our tiny triangle, we are going to crochet 5 single crochets and a increase, and repeat that twice so that we have 14 stitches by the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a increase, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a increase. And double check that you have 14 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, and this was actually my third tiny triangle. So you go ahead and make 2 more and wave in the ends on the 2 that you have made and keep the yarn attached to the third one, like this. So now it's time to crochet together these 3 tiny triangles, like this. So we are going to start off with the one that is still attached to the yarn, and we are going to crochet 7 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now we take the second triangle and jump over to this one. So we are going to crochet 7 single crochets on the next triangle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we jump over to the first one we made and crochet 7 single crochets in this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And now we continue to make 7 more around this, so in total 14 stitches. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Let's just double check. Oh man, I crocheted 2 together by mistake. Let's do that one again. And then we will double count our stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's only 13. I thought so. So 1 more. Now it's the right stitch count. Okay, so now it's time to jump back over to the middle triangle and crochet 7 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have one left here, and 7. And then we jump over to the last one and make 7 single crochets in that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we have attached our small triangles together. Let's just double check, because now you should have 42 stitches. So it's always easier to count when you're counting on your mother tongue. So yeah, that was row number 6. On our 7th row, we are going to continue crocheting around these triangles, and we are going to make 1 decrease and 38 single crochets and 1 decrease. So we are going to decrease once in the beginning, make single crochets around the rest of the wing, and make a decrease at the end. So first a decrease, and then just single crochets. Off the row with a decrease. So now you should have 40 stitches, and on the next row we are going to crochet 40 single crochets, so 1 single crochet in each stitch. And on the next row, on row 9, we are going to decrease, make 36 single crochet and decrease. So decrease once in the beginning and once in the end. And by the end of this row, you should now have 38 stitches. So on the next row, we are going to crochet 38 single crochets. On the next row, we are going to crochet 1 decrease and 34 stitches and then 1 decrease. So by the end, we should have 36 single crochets. So let's make a decrease in the beginning, make our single crochets, and then one decrease in the end. Now you should have 36 single crochets, and we are going to crochet 36 single crochets on the next row. On the next row, row number 13, we are going to decrease once, make 32 single crochets and decrease again. So decrease in the beginning and in the end. And by the end of this row, you should have 34 single crochets left. So for the next row, we are going to create 34 single crochets. Okay, we have arrived at our last row, and for the next row we are going to crochet together this hole that we have in our wing by crocheting together the front row stitches and the back row stitches, like we did with the ears. If this would be my first wing, I would start crocheting together these stitches right now like this. So one chain and then just turn and start crocheting them together. But because this is actually not my first wing, this is my second wing, and I want it to be mirrored, so I'm gonna show you guys. This is my first wing, and I want my second wing to be mirrored like this. So I'm going to crochet now 17 single crochets to move my stitch, and then I will close the gap or close the hole in the wing. (15) and 16 and 17. And now I will make my chain and turn it and start crocheting together my single crochets. So here's my first. You will make a total of 17 single crochets. And now we are done. Now we have 2 mirrored wings, and the only thing we need to do is cut off the yarn, save some so that we can attach the wings to the body, and wave in any extra ends. And for the second wing, I'm also going to move the yarn end to the other side, because there is where I want it when I'm going to assemble our amigurumi later. And we are done! Thank you so much for crocheting with me the part number 5 of the October Call 2021. There is 2 parts left. If you are interested in joining this call, go to gagnyutan.com/octobercall2021. You will get notified when the next part is released and get your hands on the step-by-step written PDF parts. I'll see you soon. Bye!